been revving up to recently, boys?
Nothing, dude. Actually, I was a little sad recently.
Why?
So
actually, I was happy, but now I'm kind of sad.
Actually, I'm about to start crying on the pod, guys. All right, dude. So I started going to this taco place that's by my apartment, right?
Yeah.
And it was one of those places that, like, in front of my apartments, there's like 2 strips, and they have a ton of different restaurants and stuff. So there's a few that I haven't tried, and they all have pretty good reviews.
Yeah.
So I saw this one, and it was in one of those locations. I always feel so bad for these locations. Those locations where you see restaurants just come in and out.
Oh, I know exactly.
And none of them last more than like a year, and you're like, God, this sucks, bro. Like, in the last 5 years, these people's lives are now probably destroyed because they invested everything in this fucking restaurant. And it was one of those buildings that, like, an area that it was a corner area, and it was big. Yeah. So I was like, the rent must be very expensive.
It was out the wazoo.
Yeah, it was the biggest building, I think, in that little strip. So I saw the reviews for this place. It was a taco place. And it was cool, too. They had, like, chicken tandoori tacos. They had banh mi tacos. It was essentially, like, tacos from all around the world is the bit, right? Like, that's the whole thing. So, and it had 5 stars on, like, 100 reviews. So I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Like, 5 straight stars. Not one non-5.
Not one little half star.
No 4.9, 5.
4.9.
So I was like, I gotta go check this out. So I went to go check it out, right? And I walked in, and it was fucking empty. And I was like, shit, dude. This was like 3 months ago. Okay. Longer, maybe a little longer. Oh. And I was like, shit, dude. Like, you know, this place is fucking empty. I walk up right to the register, and I can tell it's the owner. And I found out later 100% it is the owner. Yeah. But I could tell it was the dude who owns the place who's like taking the order. And I'm assuming he has one more person in the back. Yeah. And they were just doing all this shit. But this place was big, dude. And it had like a little karaoke stage. And I was like, God, this sucks, man. Like, this place is empty. This guy for sure is he's not breaking even right now.
They overshot the business that they would do.
I felt so bad. So I bought a bunch of stuff, and it was delicious, right? It was really good. So I left them a really good review, and I was like, I'll be coming back here and blah, blah, blah.
My ass.
Bro, sometimes I do this, and it's so weird. I don't know. I get invested in someone's life, and I'm like I hope for some reason, I care too much about this guy's success. Because he was such a nice guy. I was talking to him, and he just seemed like... Yeah, he seemed like just a regular nice dude. Like, nothing weird about... He just seemed like someone's uncle or something. Like, just a really regular laid-back guy. So I was like, oh, this sucks, man. Like, this poor guy probably... And it's a cool idea. He probably thought it was going to blow up. People are going to be in here every night and shit.
Oh buddy. So, they were not. They were not there every
Clearly,
night.
no one was using the karaoke stage.
No, they weren't. It was completely empty. And then when I left, only one other couple showed up, and they were taking something to go, and I don't even know if they ordered.
Oh, that's
so. But you know what makes me even more mad that I gotta say, the Jersey Mike's right next to it,
booming,
popping every single day it's open,
which is disgusting because I hate Jersey Mike's. Is so nasty.
Get the fuck, and it's the same price, bro.
It's worse, honestly, than Subway.
Yeah, this was like Torchy's prices, but probably a little bit cheaper. It's probably like $5 a taco.
I can't believe people pay for sandwiches outside of the house.
I can't believe that either.
I would never. Maybe once in a while, once every few years, I'll get Potbelly, but I will not pay for a basic ass sandwich outside of the house. I can make that at home.
You don't support Jersey Mike's, Gio, do you?
I don't support Jersey Mike's. Fuck Jersey Mike's.
Don't tell me Jimmy John's.
I want to put that on record. Fuck Jersey Mike's and Jimmy John's.
All right, good. Because those suck.
Jimmy John's like, oh, we got hot sandwiches now. Fuck y'all.
I don't give a fuck if they're hot.
I don't give a fuck about no delicatessen.
Yeah.
I want a regular, a meatball marinara I'll always buy.
This is a 6-inch turkey and cheese for $7.99.
Ridiculous.
You can suck my ass.
I can make 100 of these by paying $10 at Kroger.
And the bread is never soft.
The bread is always hard as hell.
It's always hard as hell.
It's old.
Because they made it 4 days ago.
Yeah, and they froze it and they're defrosting it.
And you can't even get mad at them because it's a sandwich. So it's like, all right, go ahead.
It's like I'm biting through upholstery.
I want a fresh Jimmy John sandwich. You don't ask for that type of thing.
Oh, my God. So the place closed.
So the Jimmy John's is bumping all the time, right?
Yeah.
I go, it's empty. I leave. I'm like, I hope this guy's doing good, whatever. 2 weeks pass. I go back again. Probably every 2 to 3 weeks, I'm going back and I'm spending like 30, 40, $50, right? I'm trying to sometimes I'll get food for me and my girlfriend, sometimes just for me.
We're keeping that place open.
I was trying, dude. And I would go in and sometimes there'd be other people, but it was always to-go orders. It was never people sitting down.
Yeah.
He actually had a fair amount of to-go orders, but to-go orders don't make a restaurant. You know, imagine that space is for people to sit in. If it wasn't for that, you'd just make a taco truck or a small-ass place.
Or just do it at your house.
Just do that shit at your house. Yeah. So I can only imagine the rent at this place. So I keep going back, right? And one of the last times I went back, because it closed down, Gio. You know it. Who would have guessed? So it closed down. God told me that. So I go one of the last times I go back, right? And it was on a Friday. I had just got off work, and I was going to pick some food up. And, I treated myself to a smack or two of something, of something green.
A little smackaroon.
Yeah. So So I go there, right? And I'm slightly zooted. And I'm just, chilling. I'm tired. I'm home from work. I'm ready to eat. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
So I go in and I start ordering with this guy. And I'm wearing like a jacket that has my company's name on it.
Mm-hmm.
And we do cookware stuff. And so this guy knew what it was. And we do this event. And he knew what it was. We started chit-chatting more about it. And I chit-chatted with him a little bit more than this. But like this time he was interested in
was
like
really talking.
Yeah, the conversation went on much longer. And we got in much deeper than like last time.
No.
We were chit-chatting for like 10, 15 minutes.
Oh no, you can't befriend them.
Oh, bro. And when I was leaving, right, I said something stupid. And I'll regret it, bro. I wish I could talk to this guy.
Damn, what'd you say, man?
So I was telling him this event, they're not doing it this year. And I was like, yeah, man, but if we do it like next year, like if you guys are still here, like, or if I'm still, or if I meant like, or if I'm still, like if you guys are still here, like, or if I still like live at my apartment near here or whatever. I was like, yeah, I'll come by and then, like I'll give you guys a discount or whatever, like for cookware shit. And his face kind of like, it kind of went blank when I said like, if you guys are still here. And I didn't think, I thought about it. As soon as I said it, I thought about it, right? As soon as I saw his face, I was like, God, I already know this place isn't doing that well.
Yeah.
I was like, I hope he doesn't think that I meant like, if you guys are still open, which is not what I meant. I meant like, if I still come here, I live around this area. Or I don't know, maybe this guy,
But
You just don't know.
his mom gets cancer and he's like, I got to back away from this restaurant.
You know what that was?
Close it.
They call it a Freudian slip.
That was
It's
a
what,
Freudian
what you
slip.
were really thinking slipped out of your mouth.
No, but I didn't think that.
No, but even
maybe
you subconsciously, like you
Yeah.
just know it's not going to be around because you understand how the world works. So you're like, I know it's not
every
going to
time
be
I
open.
come here, it's just me in here.
Yeah.
No, you're right. That actually is absolutely Freudian slip because I did 100%. Like as soon as I said it, it's immediately what I thought about.
Yeah.
Even without his face, I was like, oof, that didn't sound good. And then after that, I was like, or if I'm still like at my apartment, like and coming here often or whatever.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it because if you said it and he had that face, that means he knew already. Bro.
100% he knew.
He
because,
already knew.
So the place I found out closed down last week. On Monday, I drove by it because I was gonna go pick something up. And they had taken the signs down. They had a big old for lease sign in the window. I said,
That's a
God
bummer, man.
damn it, dude. I dropped to my knees in the parking lot.
That's tough.
And, but yeah, I crazy, dude. So
The food business is unforgiving, dude.
unforgiving,
The
bro.
margins are horrible. You can't predict if your clientele is going to come in consistently because there's so much competition.
Yeah.
The food prices are always changing, so like your margins could be good one month, bad the next month.
And as much as we hate this whole capitalistic thing that like these huge corporations are taking over everything, Jimmy John's look at it. Jimmy John's just wiped the guy out right there, right in front of us, and it's just
Yeah.
a fucking bullshit
John's,
sandwich
the fucking
place.
burger place that's
Yeah.
right there too. Them bitches is cleaning up the damn matcha place.
Yeah, the fucking flipping patties cleans up, dude.
Patties cleaned up my asshole one time.
It's rough. It gets rough.
It gets rough.
It's
but
very heavy food, but
just think about the sheer amount of restaurants we have. Bro.
so many, bro.
It's too many.
And I forget what the percentage is, but it's something like 60 or 70% of them or something like that, right?
What a
Close.
fail.
They close. Yeah, they close within the first 2 years. Like they don't make it past 2
but your
years.
biryani is not that good.
And it makes me so,
restaurant
bro.
up.
Why doesn't anyone pay attention to these fucking reviews? Like, dude, the reviews were so good for this place. He
no one
should have
heard
been
of it.
getting more business.
So sometimes it's just like it's the reviews are important, but it's also about the buzz because like
Yeah.
there's a
Hold on,
there's,
let's look at the place. What's the name of the place? I'm gonna tell
You know what? Shout out to the dude. So it's called Taco Connection. So I looked at it right when I drove by and I saw that. Legitimately, I was like, God, that really sucks. I actually got very sad.
Oh, that place.
And then I looked online and it said permanently closed. And then the next day I looked online and then it said temporarily closed and it was going to reopen in September. But I really, really doubt it's the
It
same
does say
guy.
temporary.
I'm pretty fucking sure they sold it to a different person.
it's just too expensive, man.
Yeah,
Like,
because they took the sign down and all
I'm
that.
not gonna lie, that bitch do look good.
Bro, they had these chicken tandoori tacos, those banh mi tacos. I swear to God, they were really good.
Right.
And they had a crazy black and shrimp taco. And you know what I think also made me have a special place in my heart for it? My mom, since I was much younger, has been making like this green sauce, like this green avocado salsa.
Yeah.
And it's so good and I love it so much. And this guy had a sauce that was very similar to that. And it was like his signature sauce that he would give you with the tacos. And I don't know, man. I just had a special place in my heart. And I was like, God, that blows, man. And this guy just seemed like such a nice dude.
Should have asked for a bottle.
And I wish I could reach out to the guy and be like, bro, I didn't mean that.
I didn't mean that.
Bro, are you good?
I didn't mean to put that energy out there.
You got a lot of money, right? Like, you're all right, right? He's like, no, everything's falling apart.
Like you didn't need this to succeed, bro.
My wife left me as soon as it closed.
Honestly, there's so many cases like that where like you'll find a good restaurant and it'll be good and it'll have like some pretty good reviews and then it'll just die out because
Yeah.
the hype, man. Like all these restaurants nowadays that are doing well, they're either doing well because they're legitimately good and they've been able to like surpass the competition and make it to be one of the million.
Yeah.
Or they're like a popular corporate owned one, or they've blown up on social media. Those are like the
Yes.
3 ways restaurants can survive
Bro,
nowadays.
there's a lot of places that are just blow up on social media that are still open that are just ass.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm gonna tell you
there's
about a place.
A ton of places like that in Houston that just have like specifically with like Asian food, like different types like Vietnamese food, Chinese
Oh
food. Like
my
there's so
God.
many that are really, really mid, and I would say honestly kind of nasty, and they're expensive, but they have good Instagram videos around
And
them.
they got a good. It looks fun in there.
It
And the
looks
food- the-
clean as shit
the
and
food,
sleek.
Exactly. Look,
Yeah.
the place looks cool, looks aesthetic. The food looks aesthetic. Like it looks good if you take a picture of it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't taste fucking good.
yeah.
Yeah, I can think of definitely a few places that are like that. There's also next to that Flippin' Patties, there's a froyo place called Matcha Mia.
That bitch is bangs.
Bro, that bitch was also, just like any other froyo place. Froyo places are not doing well these days. Like they're
Yeah.
closing down left and right. I think of the last time you went to like an ice cream shop even or a frozen yogurt place, and they shut this place down.
Last night.
And they really?
No, not as much of me.
Oh, and they remodeled it, right? And all they did was make everything sleek and pink.
Yes.
Everything is pink. They just made all the tables pink, all the chairs pink, everything's pink.
Yeah.
The place fucking blew up. Some like really popular food influencer or whatever went there. The place blew up. It's popping every single day now.
See, I didn't know it was.
And they're
there
doing
before.
very well.
Like it's been there for years.
It's been there since I moved in.
I didn't know that.
It's been there. No, even before that, because I remember it.
Because my girlfriend was. I've never heard of this place.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Ooh, there's this place called Matcha Mia that's near you, and like we should go there." And I was like, "All right."
Before the remodel or after?
No, like recently, like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, yeah.
That's the only reason I went.
They got her.
It was low key good, but yeah, she's a part of that feasible market.
Yeah.
But isn't it funny like how
It's nice in there, but
things can blow up like that just because of the way like it looks? Like the food might not even be that great, but just because
Yeah.
it looks like really nice,
They're
really
taking
fancy.
pictures of the cups and shit. I was like,
Yeah.
all right.
eat it.
Eat it.
It's gonna melt.
Jesus.
Yeah, and you gotta play to your audience, dude. Around that area, there's a couple of big schools, and there's a lot of like apartment complexes that are like pretty nice. Some of them are real nice,
Yeah.
and real nice neighborhoods. So these kids be walking around and shit. There's a lot of cop presence,
Yeah.
and I would imagine like teenagers, they want froyo. It's cheap, right? So they just go hang out there. I see kids there all the time, like groups of kids.
Bro, they just be sitting in there.
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
like 4 girls sitting at a thing, like right there. It's like $35.
Get here. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
I
it's so
think-
cute, and it's froyo. The margins on froyo is probably ridiculous.
Funny enough, near that same one, there used to be a place that I used to go when I lived near where you live, Omar. It's called Poutine. It's a poutine place. Poutine something. And it was pretty good. They had like, if anybody doesn't know what poutine is, it's like French fries. It's a Canadian thing. So it's French fries with like gravy, and they put like melted cheese on it, like melted cheese curds. And they had different types at this one. They had like a Cajun one, like a crawfish one. They had one with like oxtail. They had a bunch of
They
different
had
good
some
ones.
Crazy. They had the lobster meat one.
Oh yeah, they had the
Ooh.
lobster. Yeah, one time I got the lobster one. Another time I got the oxtail one. It was fucking delicious, but I must say it was expensive, and it's just like French fries, pretty
in a
much, right?
horrible location.
Like,
And-
how much was it?
It was probably like
$25.
25 plus because you're leaving a tip.
Yeah.
And
How
this
big
is
was the meal?
This is pre-COVID. This is pre-COVID and during COVID. They didn't.
It wasn't super filling.
That's crazy.
It wasn't super filling. It wasn't
like
even
an
that much.
excessive amount of food. It was
No.
like a good amount.
They were not gonna. Oh, they're closed.
They
right?
closed within like a year.
$25.
a year and a half.
Come on, bro.
Domino's. It's that Domino's on
Dairy Ashford?
is that Dairy Ashford?
No,
Briar
that's
Forest.
Briar Forest.
That brand new Domino's.
Oh,
And it took over the space.
That's where it used to be.
But yeah,
shit.
like they had board games and stuff, but there was the only people ever there were like maybe some high school kids
Yeah.
and like no one else. It was always empty as fuck.
Every time
Damn.
I went there, it was empty. It was. I've never seen another human.
There was another one that I used to go to. This was like way before COVID. This must have been like between 2016 and 2018. It was called Midnight Munchies.
Oh,
And-
but they were super duper
that
expensive.
those margins were stupid.
Yeah,
those
but- yeah, 'cause-
margins were insane.
it was all fancy shit.
Because they were charging like $30, $40 a plate, but that shit was good as fuck, and they gave you a ton of food.
I heard it was very good.
To make oxtails at 2 a.m.
It's crazy.
Logistically, I don't think it's a great idea.
The hours were crazy. It was like open 9 p.m. to like 6 a.m. and that was it. And they wouldn't
insane,
open any other hours.
There's another world where that would have blown up, dude. Where that type
In
of
the
restaurant
right-
would have blown
in the
up.
Right place.
Around bars, bro. Go to Montrose
Yeah,
area.
around-
Washington.
Yeah,
Bro, he would be a genius.
he would have killed.
Because he was
over
selling
there.
like deep fried like lobster tail,
That was crazy.
like a bunch of Cajun style stuff.
And it was fun to go in there.
It was. They had good music.
It
was like a lively-
It was on Westheimer, right?
Yeah, yeah.
God damn.
It was just bad location.
Damn, that
But
sucks,
that's
bro.
like a reason why you guys should listen to Anthony Bourdain's book. Where he talks about like people starting restaurants. And he was saying like to be able to want to do that, you have to be fucking crazy. Just because
Yeah.
you're gonna work easily 100 hours or more a week.
Yeah.
And you're going to live at the restaurant
Yeah.
for
And
at least the first decade. You have to be there all the time.
And you're absolutely not making money for the first
For the- yeah,
at least
yeah.
year and a half, I would imagine.
Unless
at
you
least.
have a good gimmick.
Yeah.
Like unless you fucking turkey leg hut or some shit.
Yeah, like
even
you have
that,
to
like-
really care. You can't like. There can't be days where you half-ass it. You have to really care so fucking much to get it to succeed.
Yeah, and yeah, it's not. It's a different game these days. It's not just the food. It's the social media presence. It's the way you interact
Yeah.
with people. It's the type
That's
of
true.
like the shit that's in the restaurant that keeps them engaged, right? Like that flipping patty place. They have a little Pac-Man machine. I play that thing every time I go. Play that thing every time, dude.
I didn't even know that was in there.
I'll school my girlfriend in Street Fighter so bad. She'll get pissed at me. So like stuff like that.
Kids burger.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Hey, get her the small fries. That's it. She ain't win a game since we've been here.
It's no longer just the food. It's the fucking, like you said. That's funny. Like the social media shit. Like you need to be posting. You need to fucking like connect with influencers. Make sure they enjoy their meal and shit.
Yeah.
To actually be able to get your restaurant to survive nowadays.
Because if it's like an old restaurant, doesn't need a social media presence. It's already established. It has its people, you know. But like a new restaurant, people are like creatures of habit, man. And like people already go to these corporate places. I go to Chipotle all the time when I should be going to like another local place that's near me.
Yeah.
So when I do choose my local places, it's not that often. And you know, usually I'm pretty specific about where I go. And I'm just like, oh, this looks cool. Let me just go in there. Like
I don't really
on a whim, you know. I look it
I
up.
don't take a lot of risks like that.
Yeah, I'll look up the reviews and the
depends.
menu and all that stuff.
It depends, man. Like don't get me wrong. I'm against the corporate places. I hate corporations. I hate what they've done to us in this country. But at the same time,
You're getting it right sometimes.
to
bro.
play devil's advocate, I'll give you guys an example. Yemeni coffee shop opens up like 5 minutes from my house, right? And everything in there is good. Like all the little like desserts, snacks, and all the coffee itself is fucking delicious. But it's like $10 to $13 for a cup of coffee.
Obscene.
Or I can go to Dutch Bros, get the same cup of coffee, if not larger, for like $6,
And they try to talk
$5.
to you about your day and shit.
Yeah.
Have you been going there before all the Gaza stuff?
Yeah. I mean, I've been going there ever since it opened. It opened like 3 years ago or something, way before that happened. And like
So-
the guy was always just charging an arm and a leg.
Okay, so
because
since the
he's a
beginning,
local.
he's been charging
I
a lot.
thought,
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say he pulled like the well, you're actually helping, you're supporting.
Yeah,
us now.
I was
like,
curious.
all right, cool.
I was curious if they lifted the
I
prices
have no
after.
idea. I have no idea.
Fuck on it.
I went 2 times. I never went back because I'm not paying $13 for a cup of coffee.
That guy
That's
don't give
insane.
a fuck about them. He said, "Bitch, $13 for a
$13
small."
for he said for that. That's for me.
That's for me. What you mean?
That's a them problem.
I'm here.
I've never been to Yemen in my life. What are you crazy? I was born in fucking Chicago, dude.
Why would I go there?
I never even left the state. What are you nuts? Anyways, that's $13.99.
That's what, imagine the owner is not even fucking Arab.
That would
That
be
would-
crazy.
That
It's
would
like
be-
an Asian dude in the back.
That'd be like some what was that movie, the Netflix one? Amelia. That'd be like some Amelia Perez shit where the director was he made a movie about Mexico, but the director is French.
Oh, yeah, he's a
Yeah.
French guy, French white guy. Yeah, I've that Yemeni place is getting very popular, and I hear it's very good. But the drinks, it's just a coffee, right? It's not like a
They,
special.
they have a bunch of different types of stuff. They have like different types of coffees. What I got was just a basic coffee.
just like a regular medium
How
coffee
much
or
was
yes,
something.
it was like $13
You would have
after
to
taxes
drug
and
me.
everything.
That's nuts.
You'd have to waterboard me.
Yeah.
To make me pay $13.
I just in this
for a
economy,
coffee.
I just
I'm
can't
not, I'm
do
not
it.
giving my wallet over.
I'm not doing
I
it.
just I can't do it, bro. Yeah.
You sound like Rocco outside the house. You sound like Rocco when he hears the doorbell. They're trying to get your wallet. That's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, it was awful, dude.
So then, yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, yeah, because then there's other times where like I'm like, fuck Amazon, right? Amazon, these people are evil, truly evil,
Yeah.
and they're destroying so many different industries and stuff. But God, it gets here in a day. How's that even possible?
you can't beat
I
it.
do want the
man.
shower curtains right now. I don't feel like stopping at Ross to get them.
Yeah.
They're gonna ship them right to me.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
yeah.
For a restaurant question, have y'all ever like loved a restaurant so much y'all don't want it to like succeed too much?
Yeah,
Y'all
actually,
don't want it to get too popular.
I had one. Tiger's Den, dude, my ramen place.
Yeah.
It
Honestly,
started
bro,
getting too popular, and then the lines were getting really annoying.
I mean, I like a lot of restaurants here, but honestly, man, I feel like I don't really go out to them as much anymore. Like now,
You cook a lot.
I cook a
Yeah.
lot at home, and I've become a serf to the corporate shit, bro. Like Omar said, I get my Chipotle, I get my rewards.
Hey, man.
I don't
Keep
really.
you hooked.
That's really the only thing
They
that I'm
absolutely
eating.
do keep
Like,
you hooked.
if I'm eating out, it might be Chipotle or like there's another one called Cabo Bob's. But that one's more of like a.
Oh my god.
Cabo Bob's go so hard.
Cabo
Dude,
Bob's-
it's dumb hard.
That
so
one's
good,
It's
you wouldn't
smaller than
think it.
Chipotle.
Oh
that
my
one's like
God.
I don't know. I don't think it's locally owned because they're from California, but they're not as big as Chipotle.
Whoever Bob is, thank you.
Yeah, he's making his
Bob
mark.
is
though.
making
they're opening a few up.
Yeah,
they
that-
have one by my job too.
Those are really good. I like that place, but I don't really.
Motherfucker, Bob, bro. Bob be going crazy.
Yeah.
Bob in the
man.
back. Tell him I said what's good.
Ask him how the fuck he folded my burrito like this.
How do you do that?
God damn.
Yeah, the toppings they have are so good.
But honestly, bro, eating out is just so expensive, and like
Yeah.
most of the time, the food is not that amazing. And if it is like $200, bro, like I don't want to spend that to fucking like. I'd rather spend $50 to buy good ingredients and make it here at home.
I feel
Yeah.
you.
Because I can make 95% of whatever they're fucking serving me here at home.
I have a funny story.
Oh.
Because for my mom's birthday, she ain't gonna listen, so I can talk about it. For my mom's birthday, she really wanted to go to this. Oh shit! Well, the person.
I don't give a shit. Say it. Say it.
It's related to somebody who lives in this house.
Say the name of the place. We don't fuck with it anyways.
Oh, June. Fuck June. John.
Fuck June.
Fuck John. Whatever, bro.
She didn't give us a discount when we went to go see her at her pop up.
Fuck her.
What are y'all talking about? Someone who lives here? What are you?
One of the chefs. So my mom wanted to go to this restaurant. It's called It's spelled Jun. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I think it is June.
John or June.
I think it is June.
So that's Emily's cousin. She's one of the chefs. But my mom has been dying to go to this place. So me, my girlfriend, and my mom go. And we're sitting there, and it's one of those places where you don't get like a meal. You have to buy like plates.
Okay.
Like multiple plates.
Like
Oh, like
family style.
sharing stuff.
Yeah, family style. Whatever
Okay.
the fuck. Bro, it ain't family style. That shit's small as fuck. Every plate is maybe like $30, $40. And guess whose dumbass is paying for all this shit?
Oh
So I'm
my.
sitting there. These two girls is yapping, having the time of their life, drinking all the mojitos in the world.
Two more.
Oh God, bro, having a great time. I'm drinking water. I'm like,
Gio said, I'm not even getting a soda for myself. I'm trying.
Y'all got soup and crackers?
Can I get some saltines?
Y'all got a small chicken soup?
So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, oh my God, I hate it, bro. We're getting towards the end, and I'm still hungry. Like that's how like small the plates were.
Was the food at least good?
No.
Whoa. What type of food
I
is
was
it?
gonna
Yeah,
lie and say it was okay. No.
Explain what it is.
It was like fusion, like it was like
What did
Asian-
you guys get?
It's like Asian Hispanic, right?
Asian Hispanic fusion.
Okay. Sounds
No.
good. What did you guys? What's like the most memorable dish you got there that you
Legit,
remember?
I don't remember anything I ate.
That's a bad sign.
You know how bad it
That's
is
a
for
bad
me
sign.
to pay $30 for something
And you
and I
don't
don't
remember it?
remember anything I ate.
Yeah, it's not a good.
It was that unforgettable, bro. I mean, that forgettable.
Damn.
Tab came. It's like $2.80.
Oh my god! And then you gotta do the tip.
I said, oh, fuck. And you gotta leave a tip.
Yeah.
Because every time they bring you a plate, they're telling you what's in the shit. They're doing a whole fucking song and dance. And I was like, bro.
This is our shrimp pasta with shrimp sourced from the Gulf Coast, some shit like that.
And
right?
pasta source from the
Italy.
box.
It's touched Mediterranean soil.
Yeah.
I was like, dog.
We imported this pasta here.
Damn.
Personally, on a plane.
Personally, I flew this pasta
So
here
wait,
myself.
what did it come out to after everything?
It was like $3.50 something.
Oh my
I
god!
was like, bro, I don't ever want to do this again.
For 3 people, that's absurd.
You want to hear something even worse? Okay,
I also ate Taco Bell after.
Oh, yeah, what'd you say?
I was Taco Bell after.
And I bet
Are
you
you
felt
gonna
good
use Taco
after.
Bell?
Felt amazing.
Oh, thank God.
You know what I ate? A chicken quesadilla, bitch. I remember that. I remember that.
You went to the
That
bitch.
bitch was $7. I remember eating that.
I'll never forget that.
You spent $300 on dinner and then went to Taco Bell afterwards.
Bro, and I was eating that. My Lord was like, "Are you still hungry?" I said, "Yes, I'm hungry." As
You
fuck.
said them little snacks didn't do shit.
Hell no! I'm on the couch eating my chicken quesadilla, happy as fuck.
You could have paid for all 3 of y'all. We would have spent more than $30 at Taco
And I
Bell.
would have been giddy as hell.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's just how it be at some of these places, man. Like I went to a place here, and since then I vowed that I don't want to eat sushi in Houston ever again.
Ever?
But
Whoa.
it was called Uchi, right? And it's supposed to be like one of like the hottest sushi places in Houston.
Yeah.
And they get their sushi direct from Japan, whatever.
Man, who can
So they
tell?
say. We don't fucking know, but that's what they claim. They claim they get it from Japan. It's frozen. They bring it over. That's what they claim,
It's a man called Japan.
bro. That's a guy named Japan.
It's a man that's just giving fish out.
A man
Dude
called
like
Japan
Galveston on the dock.
drops it off from his truck and shit in his F-150. So they claim that, right? And then like we get there and the lady's like, "Oh, we all like different options, or you can do the omakase." And we're like, "All right, we'll do the omakase." So the omakase is where basically like the chef just gives you the freshest picks, or whatever they feel is the best quality fish.
Yeah.
So they give us like the omakase. We get like each a decent amount of pieces, and then it even includes like a dessert or whatever. Of course, drinks are separate. After that, plus the valet, it came out to almost $500.
You had to valet?
And the tip. Yeah, it was forced valet. So that and the tip, it came out to almost $500. And I'm gonna say the sushi was good, but it doesn't even touch
Yeah.
like $2 sushi I've had in Japan.
Bro,
It doesn't even compare. And I paid
$500?
$500
For you and your girlfriend, I'm assuming.
Yes, and that's supposedly one of, if not the best in Houston. And that doesn't even compare to anything. It doesn't compare to like the cheapest gas station shit I had in Japan.
Damn.
500 for 2 people.
Yes, total.
That's absurd. That
Yeah.
better be the best meal I've ever had in my life for $250 a fucking
got it,
person,
bro.
bro.
It
And
was
mandatory valet.
Crazy. I hated the mandatory. I was like, what the fuck?
That is
Yeah.
that's evil.
Yeah,
hate that
I was
shit.
pissed at that.
You just
None
pull
of
the Forerunner in, just like, I didn't want to.
Yeah, I was like, can I just
Come on,
park this?
dude.
Or let me park on the street somewhere. I'll just walk here, like whatever. But I was super disappointed by just the cost. The food itself was, I will say, it was better than most sushi, better than anything else I've had in Houston.
Yeah.
But it's just not worth $500 to me. Like that's just ridiculous.
That's
For sushi,
insane.
should not be $500. That's
And
crazy.
What sushi is, it's like it's not even big portions or anything. So it's like, how could they even get away with charging that much for?
Because they're like the
It's from Japan.
Yeah, the
That's
artistry
what they
of it.
claim. And I'm
Man,
just
what-
like,
Get
bro,
the
what the
fuck
fuck? Like,
out.
we don't really know.
I had some good sushi at a place called Kaiten. It's on Westheimer. It's like brand new or some shit. And it's got the
Kaiten.
little thing where you order on the iPad and it comes on the little tray.
Yeah, I like
shit
that.
Little train ride.
Yeah.
But it's been sushi's been ruined for me because of my experience there.
Well, yeah. It's like you go to Italy and have the good pasta. You
That's
come back
true.
and be like, why did we go to Olive Garden?
But I mean, there have to be good places here that have like reasonable prices
There are plenty
that are
of-
good.
I feel like they have some places that have reasonable prices.
Maybe I need to do some more research and find like places that are good that have
you
reasonable
don't like
prices.
that one.
It's like,
What's that one place on the I-10 with it's the revolving shit?
I haven't.
Sushi.
I don't know.
Not choo choo.
Sushi Juju.
No, choo choo. It's like choo choo. It's something involving like choo choo or something like that.
Yeah.
It's the revolve. Yeah, it's the.
Yeah.
And
I
you get
love
the
those
different colored plates and shit.
Yeah.
I forget what it's
Shit
called.
gets out of
Sushi
hand. Go
Go-Go?
I just start grabbing shit. You look at the tab, it'd be like $100. I'd be like, fuck.
How do they know? You can't
Because
sneak
the
that.
color of the plates dictate how much it is.
What if I just like threw the plate on the table behind me?
you stack all your plates on
Nah,
the fucking.
we saw you, bro. We saw you.
Oh, I didn't. What? I didn't do that. No, Abby, I don't think because I just had sushi like last weekend, and it was very like to me very like decent sushi. It was just a 5 or 6. It wasn't anything crazy. They had a happy hour all day Saturday. It wasn't super expensive. I don't think you would even. I think you might have like puked. Just like
As soon as I open the door, I puke in my mouth a little bit.
No, I think you've gone to Asia. I think you've gone like to Japan and all that too many times. That I don't think this is gonna cut it anymore.
I think there's
this
places-
is American ass just cooked sushi with fucking crumbs and little.
There might be
crunchies on
places
it.
here that I might still like. But I just don't know them.
You,
Yeah.
you
You
know
might
what
have
I
to go
mean?
deep into Asia Town.
Yeah, that's
You
what
might
I'm
have to get
thinking.
some real
That,
shit.
and I don't want to pay again
send you the
$500 for it.
I'll
Yeah.
send you the place I went to. It was pretty for like 3 people. It was like $100.
You're not talking
That's
about the
not
places
bad.
by
That's
Trader
not bad
Joe's,
at all.
are you?
Is it?
Oh, never mind, my bad. You're not talking about the buffet place, right?
No.
Because they just released some big buffet Asian place that's right by Trader Joe's near Beltway, and it's killing, dude.
Nah.
Every
on
day it's like
Westheimer.
packed.
It's on Westheimer. I don't know what's across from. It's like a brand new market area. It's like all Chinese shit.
What's time or what?
Fuck, I don't fucking know.
All right, let's not get too into
Yeah,
it.
that's not-
Anyway. I'm
I'm
curious.
I'll send it to y'all later, but it's pretty good.
So you-
$100, you don't got to force valet, nothing. You can walk right in.
Yeah.
It's pretty clean.
Yeah, sushi hasn't been blowing me away lately. Is it one of those things? Maybe I'm crazy. Did sushi blow up in the last like 5 years? It did, right?
Sushi's blown up in the last like
10
20 years.
Yeah, because
It's been big since like the early 2000s.
I feel like sushi is. You see more and more sushi places, and I feel like they're not getting any better. They're only getting a little bit
Well,
worse.
really, how much
sushi-
can you improve on?
Also, sushi can
I don't
only
know.
get so good if you're
Yeah.
eating it
The
in
quality of the fish.
Houston, Texas, versus
Yeah.
if you're eating it. It's gonna be better on the coast. So like, they're closer to the sea. They're getting fresher fish from there, and also like if they're importing it from somewhere in Asia, which they probably are for some types of fish. Like California is much
I'm
closer
about to say
than
Seattle,
here.
bro.
Yeah.
Say Seattle too.
is gonna bang.
They're right next to the
Ooh.
ocean.
I'm about to be there, dude. The weather is showing that it might rain like almost every
Well,
fucking
that's
day.
that's
we're
Seattle
there.
though. It just rains all the time.
No,
for
but
them.
every other day, that's like the 5 days before that, the 5 days after that, there's no rain.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But let's see. I mean, it could very well change.
But
It's
even
in,
on
like,
the
3
days that
weeks.
says that it's gonna rain, it might not rain. And then
It
on
might
days
not
that
rain.
says that
Kurt
it's not
Cobain
going to
killed
rain, it
himself
could
in
rain.
the sunshine.
Yeah.
it's sad as hell.
It's sad. I think that's the number one suicidal city in the country.
I think it is.
All right,
It rains.
I got something for you guys. Have you been paying attention to? So, The Last of Us season 2 just returned,
Oh boy.
and there is an enormous argument online.
Leave her
this
alone.
This argument is hilarious because it has split. So there's a subreddit for The Last of Us, the game, right? And there's another subreddit that's split off from that one. So they were one at one point. It was just The Last of Us.
They were one.
There are one subreddit and
They
then split
seceded.
off. One of them is The Last of Us 2 and one of them is The Last of Us. And The Last of Us 2, all these people post about is how much they hate Bella Ramsey as Ellie and the casting of the show. And The Last of Us 1, these other people just call the other people pedophiles, and they say you're weird because you don't like Bella Ramsey. And it's this argument between these different subreddits and people going and infiltrating other ones. It's hilarious to fucking
Spies
watch.
and shit. They're fucking
Bro,
sabotaging.
People go on there, they screenshot posts, and they post it on their own one.
That's
They're like, look at these clowns.
Look what they're saying about her.
And it's funny because like just watching both of them like shit talk each other is hilarious. But this has been like a huge thing. Like, have you guys been seeing all this? Like, and what do you think about the casting of her as Ellie?
I mean, look, to me, the person we're talking about, if you haven't seen it, the problem is that she is not
Goofy looking. She look goofy.
She's not very attractive, and she's very small, and she looks very young. So I can see how someone wouldn't like that. But I think people are flaming her too much for just being ugly, which is fucked up. She's a decent actress. I liked her in Game of Thrones and stuff. I mean, I haven't seen the second season of The Last of Us. I don't know. Maybe she's supposed to play a different part. I've been hearing that she's too childish, like in it still. But
I'll just say.
I feel like she's getting a lot of shit. I feel bad for her,
That's how
man.
she is in the game. And by the second one, she's still a bitcheroony dooney.
But bro,
like,
there's
she's not likable.
I think it's because she's ugly.
that's why the beef started.
I think it all boils down to that. I think if she wasn't ugly, I think no one would care how she's acting and
so
stuff.
now you're with the first group that's calling the other ones weirdo.
No, but to me, I'm not on either side. I'm just like, all right, is the show good? Is she acting in it well? Then fine, whatever she looks like.
I just think it becomes unrealistic. The show does because they have her who's like 5'2", fucking wrestling down like 6'2" dudes and
That's how it is in
fucking.
the game, though.
That's stupid.
In the game,
Bro.
she does that.
She uses guns a lot.
And I don't want to hear that she don't look like the character because Pedro Pascal looked nothing like Homeboy.
But
Yeah,
he
but he's
captures.
hot.
Yeah, but he's hot.
So no, you can put him in whatever you can make him Martin Luther King Jr. People won't get mad. Pedro Pascal. You said
Put
Pedro
in Martin
Pascal?
Luther King Jr.
All right.
You know
I
who
like
would-
the Mandalorian.
Bro, you know who would have played a good Martin Luther King Jr.?
Denzel.
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan
Yo,
Majors.
oh
Oh my
He
God.
would have been a
Swole
good.
as
He would have been a swole ass MLK.
I had a dream.
Nah, he would have
White
been
women in
good.
traps.
He knows how to run.
He knows how to run.
Jonathan Majors as any fucking black figure. He's way too buff.
Did you guys watch the podcast with him? I sent it to you.
No, I didn't watch it. I didn't
I'm
watch
not
it.
watching that one, bro. That's too much. I saw him on the Breakfast Club. That was enough.
That
How
shit was
was it?
pretty entertaining, man.
was
The guy,
good?
I'm not gonna lie. The guy is he's super entertaining and well spoken.
He is, but they are telling them to not ask specific questions.
Oh hell yeah! Like Cam is dancing around all types of shit and kind of just like letting the
white
guy. He's Loki. He doesn't.
You hear?
He doesn't press him on anything. He kind of like gives him a free reign to like
Charlamagne
put shit the way he wants to put it.
Charlamagne was like, "Damn, you fast as fuck."
He is fast, bro. He was,
It
was a solid jog.
He was darting down the street.
and he didn't look like he was breaking a sweat. He
Not
was.
at all.
That was just like a really, really consistent
He had
stride.
that damn stupid ass hat on. That Peaky Blinders hat on.
He was powered by that Disney money at that point,
Oh
bro.
my god,
Fellas,
he was
stop.
Straight Kang shape.
Yeah, he had
Big old Kang
he had the
shit.
Disney money behind him,
Dang.
lifting his sails.
He's trying to get back out there, dude.
trying to make a comeback.
He said, "What's gonna get them on my side the most? Let me get shirtless. Magazine dreams. Put me in a
That movie's
bodybuilding
old.
movie."
That's crazy. That movie's like 3-4 years old.
Yeah.
They shelved it
Yeah, they shelved it,
because
yeah.
he might have hit his
And now it's on
girlfriend.
Tubi.
I think they confirmed
Damn.
that he did. He did do it. So
How like it came out in court? Or
yeah, he
something?
like choked her and
Yeah, but
he
the
did some
thing
crazy
is
shit.
They like both did it or whatever, but he's just not countersuing.
Listen.
Yeah.
And it's like you're the guy.
Yeah.
You're
it's-
the fucking. You were the dude in Creed.
Also, you're like-
beating the shit out of Creed.
Yeah, you're like a fucking big ass swole dude, bro. Like,
He's arguably the swollest actor
Yeah,
right
he is,
now.
bro.
Like, I don't know. Oh, The Rock, but he doesn't count.
yeah.
The Rock might be the only other swollest actor.
It's not a good look for you.
So
No,
the Rock.
it's
Funny
horrible
enough,
look.
The Rock looks swole, but I feel like if you put him in the room with most like just a normal dude who's not swole, who someone knows how to fight, I feel like he could beat the Rock's ass.
I don't know, bro. Well, maybe. I don't
The
know.
Rock was wrestling.
That's
Bro,
true, AB.
they're
That's
just
true. No,
Jumping
no.
around, bro.
Nah, dude, they're tough as nails,
Bro,
those
I
guys.
think Gio could beat the Rock's ass.
What?
I'm saying this. I want this to go on record. The Rock is killing it.
Gio's is gonna
The
grab
Rock-
Gio's head. Ha ha ha. Mahalo, Gio.
Moana too.
Gio got him on the reach, bro.
Hell no, The Rock is beating the shit out of me.
Gio, you do got him on the reach. You just got to keep your distance.
Yeah, keep your distance,
I'm
bro.
gonna keep my distance, all right. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run away.
I keep a lot of distance.
All right, fine. All right.
That's a crazy person person to throw me in the cage with. Get in there with the Rock.
You go fight him, right? You
All right,
go
Gio,
fight him.
you could beat Kevin Hart's ass.
Oh, I could
Yeah.
beat Kevin Hart's ass.
Yeah.
He,
We all could beat Kevin Hart's ass.
Kevin Hart he might beat my ass. I don't know. He's pretty swole, bro.
He's in good shape.
He is in good shape.
He might get one of y'all. I don't know.
He might get-
He
He
boxes.
He probably could fuck up all of us. I'm not even gonna lie.
You better guard those kidneys because he's right at eye level with him.
Hit you with a good lung punch.
Yeah. I mean, I know he does a lot of boxing shit. That dude's been fit since he got famous. Like,
Yeah, he's been.
he's been hardcore about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what The Rock actually looks like in real life. He has to be, because you see pictures of him. He's swoller than he was at any point when he was younger. Like,
I saw-
he's only getting bigger. It's ridiculous.
I saw a video, and I've been watching a lot of these recently. I think it's becoming a trend because a lot of them get a ton of views on YouTube of like video essays about certain topics.
Yeah.
So some of them will be about like different bands or artists or like topics in like hip hop or topics in like rock from like the 90s, or just random stories or like random cultural stories. Like I watched one about Drake and Josh the other day. This other one I watched was about The Rock versus John Cena and how they had kind of like a beef like off stage and on stage when they were in the WWE and shit.
Yeah.
And the guy was like laid out a pretty good comparison for like their careers and shit. And he said as like a quick example to show how different they are, he pulled up like The Rock's Instagram, and The Rock's Instagram is all like promoting shit. It's all like selling different things, like my company, like this is like I'm starting a supplement, I'm starting a protein bar, like
Tequila Burton.
yeah, I'm starting tequila brand. And then he like showed John Cena's, and John Cena's is just like random pictures of stuff that's not even like himself. So it's
Yeah.
like it'll be like random pictures of like cars from like the 30s or like a fucking just random shit, right?
food or
like
something.
interesting like artistic looking shit. And he just basically described how like somebody like The Rock is a little bit more like egocentric and focused on like their businesses and shit like that, versus like John Cena is a little bit more focused on like the art and like not necessarily himself. Like he's focused on like the story that his Instagram is telling.
Yeah.
Which I found pretty interesting.
Yeah, for sure. And you see the same thing with The Rock is the only one of those wrestlers who's gotten big that's like had a huge ego. Maybe because he was the first one, but I feel like Dave Bautista, because Dave Bautista got pretty big too. He's the same way. They're both like him and John Cena seem like pretty humble, down to earth, just like grateful dudes.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, it depends because the way The Rock came up and his persona like in wrestling was hella ego.
Yeah,
he comes
true.
from a wrestling family, so I think it's different than like John Cena and Batista because like
Yeah.
The Rock's dad was a wrestler, and I think his grandfather,
wrestling,
his
like-
grandfather was a wrestler too.
Yeah, they
So it's
have
like
a-
it's been passed down for generations. So maybe that's like he grew up always knowing the spotlight. Like imagine you're fucking 10 years old, you're hanging out with Andre the Giant.
I mean, and let's be honest,
That's
the guy's
pretty
been the
cool.
highest paid actor the last like within the last
Decade.
7 years. Like I would imagine like 5 of those years he's been the top. Maybe
Yeah.
even all of them he's been the top. So maybe
I wouldn't doubt
I
it.
would imagine his ego is not getting.
I'll be honest, I don't know. I feel like he's a good guy. I just feel like you have for wrestling at least, you have to play to your persona outside of the ring.
I don't think he's a good guy, bro.
I've never heard anything bad about him.
Tyrese said a lot of mean things about him.
Tyrese is
Right.
not the beacon of hope.
But also, I heard the way he's strong. Which listen, I don't give a fuck about Marvel. It's not like they're my friend. But
Yeah.
like the way he strong armed Marvel to insist that Superman was in it and that this and that about Black
Yeah.
Adam.
He has
and
a
then
clause-
it tanked, and he like completely stepped away from it.
He has a clause written in all his movie contracts that he can't
can't
lose a
lose,
fight.
right? Yeah.
He can't lose a fight
That's
in
gay
any
as
movies
hell.
that he's in.
But they're agreeing to let him do that.
That's
That's
true.
not my fault.
That's true.
But that shit, that like the ego you must have though to fucking I can't lose a fight on screen.
Yeah.
is crazy to me.
I feel like he's a dick, bro.
I feel like every
Yeah.
movie I win a fight in makes $1 billion.
Every
So
movie
maybe
I
they
win,
like seeing me win.
Maybe I,
I
just have
like
to keep
seeing
winning.
me win. I don't know. I know I do. Do you? I hope so. Because I'm never losing, dog. You won't ever see it any other way.
You only see me winning, and we make money every time.
That is wild that in any movie you will never see him lose, probably until he's dead.
He's just never gonna lose.
He's never gonna lose
He's
in any movie
always gonna
ever.
find some way
I
to get out
I
of
feel
it.
like a lot of those guys, like, I don't remember Chuck Norris losing fights.
No.
Like Bruce Lee
I mean,
losing fights.
no, Bruce Lee would get his ass beat, bro. Have you
Bruce
ever seen
Lee
his
would.
He
movies?
would spin back. At
He
the
would spin
end.
back.
He'd have to go
Yeah.
back and fight them again, but he would get his ass beat.
Yeah. Okay, you're right.
Well, maybe did the same thing happen to Black Cat, or was he strong as hell the whole
He
time?
was just strong as fuck.
Like he was winning the whole time.
He won everything.
So what was the point of the movie? Who was his enemy in it?
I think he's like fighting like some old shit.
He's fighting poverty.
Fighting poverty. I forget. I never saw Black Adam.
Oh, you didn't see
I
it?
didn't.
I
I
wasn't
don't know.
watching-
Shit,
I
I wasn't
wasn't
gonna see that
man.
garbage.
Oh, I thought you saw that.
bro.
Okay.
Nah.
You know what I've been watching recently though? Dude, this shit is so cute. Fucking Love on the Spectrum.
You watching Love on the Spectrum?
Bro, oh my God, they're the nicest little guys, dude. They're so nice.
I would, my soul would leave my body.
Gio, there's a few times where I have to
I
like stop myself and be like, oh my God. Like the things they're saying are so, for lack of a better word, I guess cringeworthy or like it's too much. Or
It's
like,
just too much for me.
they'll mention something about like
they have pure souls though, man. They have pure souls and
they
pure
have
hearts.
extremely
You know
pure
what I mean?
souls.
It's like watching a human being who's not tainted by all the bullshit that most regular people
They're
are.
so, and even when they're a little rude or they're like, oh gosh, mom, you know, like they're still so nice. You can tell that there's like no mean bones in their body.
Yeah.
But they just don't get it.
Genetically.
And so yeah, most of them have autism, right?
Yeah.
They're not getting people with like heavy Down syndrome or anything like that. That would be in bad faith. There's no way to do that in a nice way.
I don't think you
There
do
would be no love.
I don't think you can do a tasteful show around that. Honestly,
Couldn't. There
You-
wouldn't be any spectrum, no love.
You give them a WWE belt, they're
It
like
would just be them going out every day.
chilling. Just
Today I went to the store.
I hear they're cool guys. I hear they're all real nice.
you know
guys.
what? You know
Down
a good
syndrome
title for the that show would be
Down for Love.
Down for Love or Down Bad. Down Bad is like the Love Island version of that, where it's like a bunch of fucking like.
No, Down Bad is when like they send them to another island when they're about to break up and they're like they introduce other really hot
like,
people
like,
with Down
like
syndrome.
Temptation
Like
Island.
Temptation
Yeah.
Island. They're like, most of the people have autism. It actually is done in
Oh
really
my
good
God.
faith. And they'll go and they'll interview them and their families. And it's so cute because their families are so nice and supportive
Yeah.
of them. Like, and the way that they watch him, right? Like, there's this one guy named James, and he has like long, curly, blonde hair. He like dyes it blonde. And he talks like this, and he's just like, I cannot do this. Yes, they say yes a lot. They love saying
Yeah,
yes, like
they-
Jeff
yeah.
Goldblum. Like, yes, I can. Yes,
It's like Jeff Goldblum.
I know. I have to wear that.
Jeff Goldblum being autistic. Before. That's pretty funny.
They'll be like, James, and don't mention anything about the bill, and you pay for the whole thing. Or like, they'll be like, don't give him a hard time about the food. And he'll be like, yes, I know, I must pay for the entire thing, yes. And so like, but the dads and like, they'll just be watching them like leaned up against the wall, just like with a smile on their face. And I'm like, this is the cutest shit I've ever seen.
is
Dude.
pretty cute.
These guys are so nice. But there was one girl who ended up being kind of a meanie.
Damn, what'd she do?
There was a girl named Danny, and she has autism, right?
Yeah.
And she's actually pretty good looking. She looks like, I don't know if she's Hispanic or...
I think I know what you're talking about.
I think she's Asian, but she's actually pretty attractive.
Yeah.
And she's someone with autism that like has it together pretty well, and like in her own mind like knows that she has it together, so she feels like like she has like a little business where she teaches other
feels like
kids with
she's above
disability. Not above them, but she kind of, because she'll be like, and he has to have his life together, and he has to have like his future laid out, and this and that. And I'm like,
Jesus.
listen, whatever. She has autism. Give it, whatever. Her preferences. These people like
you like what you like.
You like what you like.
You have your
What you like.
preferences.
And all these people have not really dated anyone like that their whole lives, right?
Yeah.
Like some of them had girlfriends, boyfriends here and there, but they're very short, not serious at all. A lot of these people are like, this is their first real relationship
Are
that
they
they're
from
trying to get
different
into.
cities?
Yeah, they're from different
So
cities.
they're like flying them in to like do shit.
No, they're going to. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're going to their different cities
Okay.
because they'll go there and then they'll find them a local person to meet up with in their
Okay,
city,
got you.
and
I
then
thought
they'll.
they were like, I thought it was like you said, like Love Island.
No. They're not bringing them to a hub and like. So this girl goes out with this other guy, right? And she's very like I said, she has this little business. She thinks like, I got it all together. He needs to have it together. She's talking about like she wants him to have money and this and that. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's so nice, right? Like I hope she finds a nice guy. So she finds this nice guy, and this guy does like poetry, and he's like a disability teacher like at a school.
Oh, that's nice.
And he also has autism. And so she's one of those girls who like is in love, I guess, like, I mean, she has autism. So she's like really into him immediately, right?
Okay.
Like
She,
almost
like, falls from heavy.
yeah, he just tells her like, oh, she's really good, like, oh, you're very pretty or something like that, and then she's like head over heels, right?
Yeah.
Like coming on to him much stronger than he's coming on to her.
Okay.
And like trying to hold his hand and like, I really, really like you and this and that, right?
And this is the girl that you said has it pretty much like all together.
She not really, she has autism at the end of the day, but she's good looking and she kind of has it together more
Okay.
than the other ones, I would
Okay.
say. So they all kind of have jobs and stuff. One of them has like a really high IQ, but like terrible social skills.
Yeah.
So he must have a good job, but horrible relationships and
Yeah.
stuff. So, so she's hyping him up and she's like holding his hand. And the guy he reads her like he takes a step back and he's like, I think I need to walk away for a second. And like episode ends there like on a cliffhanger. And I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna like, she was all over him. He doesn't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So he leaves. I'm like, I gotta see what's going on. He comes back with a poem and he reads her a poem, right? So he reads her the poem. She's head over here. She's loving this guy, right? And he's hyped about it. And he tells the camera like, I've never had a girlfriend. I've never kissed anybody. And they end up kissing at the end of the date, right? So I'm like, dude, and like I said, she's good looking. This guy is like a regular dude. So I'm like, he must be so hyped that like this is the first girl he's kissing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is great for him.
Yeah.
So some time goes on. They go on another date, and the date goes well again. And then more time goes on, and the tone changes and the music changes when it goes back to her scene.
No.
And she's like, well, he told me that he got let go from Ralph's, and like he was working at a grocery store, and like I guess he quit or let go.
2 jobs.
I guess he had 2 jobs.
Okay.
I don't know what it was, but maybe to her he didn't seem like he has his life together.
Okay.
So she essentially starts saying like, I kind of want to take a step back. I want to break up with him because I don't think he has his life together enough, and this and that.
Yeah.
And so she calls this dude up and breaks up with him. And I'm like, you demon woman. You hyped him up so hard and held his hand and kissed him. And he expressed how happy he was. And this is his first kiss. And she calls him on the phone and she's like, I don't think we're very compatible. And he's like, and he starts going off a little bit. And he's like, what? He's like, how could you say this to me? I thought that we had spent so much time and we were so happy and this and that. Bro, I was like, dude, this is too much. And she's like on the phone just like with a straight face, like surprised. And she's like, I just don't know what to say. And I'm sorry that you're taking it this way and blah, blah, blah. She doesn't get it. She's not saying the right stuff. And she hangs up the phone and she starts crying and she's like, and I hurt him and I feel bad and blah, blah, blah. But low key, I was like,
you evil.
You led him on, and then now you're crying because you feel bad. You're not even crying about him. I was like,
because
you're kind of mean, Danny.
Because he got fired, so he didn't deserve that.
This man had a roller coaster. He got fired and dumped within a span of like 72 hours
by a autistic baddie. And listen, man, I don't know her. I don't know her life, but I don't think she has her life together like that. She's living with her parents. Like she has like a little animating business and stuff, but it's like small. It's not like she needs like a rich dude. Anyway, it pissed me off because this chick like broke his heart, and I was like, you.
It sounds like she wanted something. She thought it was him. He lost that, and it was pretty early on, so she could break it off pretty easily.
Yeah, I mean, they don't know anything about real relationships, so they're like, also, I see in the movies a rich, successful guy. That's what I want.
Yeah, but also like that could play into how the beginning, like how it happened in the beginning, how she felt like head over heels for this motherfucker, and he writing poems and shit. She's like, oh my god. This is exactly how it would be in a movie.
Maybe.
So her perception could be off.
Expectations rarely meet reality. You know what I mean? Or like, what do they say? Comparison is the theft of joy. Like, it's just like you can't. Yeah. And everybody's fed all this shit by like social media and like Gio saying movies. Like, it's hard to like go in and expect something and then you get something else and it's like it's not quite what you wanted.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know if I want to settle for that. So
and it's funny hearing the parents try to explain that to their autistic adult child. They're trying to explain like, well, maybe you have the wrong idea. Maybe you should like think about it or talk to him first.
Like, nah.
Yeah. She has her mindset. She's like, no, I don't. I just don't think we're compatible. And like, all right, okay. And in the beginning of the show, she was like saying like, yeah, people have told me that I break hearts and blah blah. And I was like,
she probably does.
She's probably broken up with a few dudes before.
But she could be using all that to like build herself up.
I mean, yeah. At the end of
she probably looks at her autism as a weakness.
Maybe.
She's probably using all that stuff to like build up on herself.
These guys, it seems like they know it's a weakness and they know that they're different, but they don't really truly get it. Like I think they're in their own world, just happy.
They're just so far in their own world.
Yeah, they get a little frustrated, but they're all pretty happy, dude.
Yeah.
One of them shows up. James was supposed to go to one of these. He's supposed to go on a date. And he's like leaving the house and he rushes back in the house and he's like, I forgot it. And they're like, what'd you forget? He's like, my checkbook. And I'm like, the fuck you need a checkbook for, James?
There's no place that even accepts those anymore.
He drove 5 minutes away and came back. He's like, I forgot my fucking checkbook. They're like, you don't need the checkbook. And his dad's just in the door just like, all right.
I'll say this. I haven't really worked with any autistic women, but I work with autistic dudes like, for a lot of the week, bro, they be so wrapped up in their own shit.
Yeah.
They don't even think about the world.
I mean, I had a bunch of classes with an autistic dude in high school.
Yeah.
You remember him? Starts with an E, ends with
an
H.
Yes.
And he
Did
would
he have a
be.
suitcase?
Yeah. No, not
Briefcase,
him.
not
But shout out,
suitcase.
you're talking about Blaze.
Yeah.
Not Blaze.
Blaze is cool.
There was another guy in our grade.
Oh, okay.
And he would get pissed when everyone would be talking over the teacher. Like, he'd be like, shh. We'd be like, stop, she's talking. Like, he would get mad, and he was low-key a little swole.
He was a little swole.
I don't know where he got those muscles from.
He had that. What kind of strength, Omar?
Oh, God.
Listen, I ain't say, you said it.
What kind of strength? He had strength, though.
Bro,
we had a straight,
fill in the blank.
I don't know if y'all ever met her. We had a straight schizophrenic girl at our school.
No.
Really?
I had her in... I didn't take Spanish. I don't know what that classroom was.
That sucks.
Maybe I was schizophrenic. I don't know. But the girl was like full on talking to herself in the middle of a classroom.
Do you remember what she looked like or her name?
Bro, she was there for like a week and a half.
Oh.
And then she left.
Well, they took her out because
They took her out, yeah.
They said, "Oh, she
I
had
think
a."
she was black. I don't know. I got scared. I stopped looking at her area of the room.
I mean, in high school, you don't know any. Listen, if I was in the room right now with a schizophrenic person, and it might freak me out a little bit. I don't know what's gonna happen.
The idea of
But that blows. That really.
the idea of like being in a room with somebody and that person is talking to things or people that aren't there is kind of scary.
And
as a teenager, you don't know how to handle that.
Especially as a teenager.
And the names are people that are not in the room.
Oof.
Like, who the fuck?
And everyone would just ignore it. Was she talking loud or like real
No,
quietly?
loudly. But we would all ignore it because we're all like.
They probably sent her
called
away.
on after one day.
Yeah, they sent her to a different school.
Yeah, they had to.
They sent her to a
Or they put her
schizophrenic
in,
school.
The back.
They just put her in the back.
And they said,
Where they make the cookies.
They don't know how to
I was
handle.
gonna say, go make some cookies.
I said they don't
Ooh,
know.
and I was buying them up.
bro in fucking.
I kept them in that school.
25 cents a cookie? Give me 100.
There's no way they were letting those kids make
Bro,
the
they were
cookies.
making those cookies. That's insane. You want to talk about free labor?
That's wild. They might have. I don't know.
I doubt it, bro. They don't know how to make no cookies.
Look, if you have a bunch of special kids and they want an activity to do, get them make cookies. That's fun.
Make cookies, bro.
That seems like fun to me.
Them cookies was fire.
Let them eat a few too. Once they're done, they probably have a good time. Cookie time at the end of work, and then
I'm
go home.
not even gonna say it.
No school learning. You do the work and you go home, guys.
It's on the same level as like inmates making license plates.
You get your paycheck,
But
and
you're
you go
not
home
eating a
paid in-
license plate.
They're paid in cookies.
They're paid in cookies. You come home with a batch of cookies. Why do you have so many cookies every day?
I was working overtime.
Working overtime.
Got my bonus, and it's just more cookies. I hope they weren't making them work on stuff.
I
But,
hope they weren't making them make cookies.
but if they were, they're talented individuals.
I hope they're
all I'll say.
thriving. They need to open up a store.
Talented
I'll go to
individuals.
that restaurant.
Oh man, but y'all gotta watch that damn show, dude. There's this one guy named Subhad. It's just like small, just a real small Indian guy, and he goes on a date, and he's like the most, like I guess mentally disabled out of all of them. Mm-hmm. Very smart dude, right? One of those autistic people that you can tell him the day of the week and like math stuff and all that shit, and he knows it well. But he goes on the date with another girl, and she looks very like mentally disabled, but also like physically you can see it, right? And I was like, oh my god, like this seems wrong because she seems like she's way like worse off, I guess, than him. It was the other way around. She just looked that way. She was like very bright and knew exactly what was going on.
Yeah.
And he was like not getting anything at all.
She was spinning circles around him.
She was spinning straight circles around, and he did not know how to keep conversations going. And he kept saying like, "Let's just talk about something else." And
So
I'm like,
are these
like,
people?
Subhad, bro, chill.
Are these people generally able to connect, or is it like some cases, like you're saying, like some people are easier in the conversational sense, and some are much more difficult? Like they don't know how to connect on a conversational level.
None of them know how to connect like that. Like, okay, they're connected to their parents and siblings and stuff because they've known them their whole life.
Yeah.
A lot of them went through like rough, which sucks, man. Shout out to these parents for like being good parents. But a lot of them, the way they mention it is like they had really rough lives until they were like 18 because they would get like violent, they would get angry or stuff. Like they didn't know how to control themselves and stuff.
Yeah.
And as they got older, now they're just like regular people. They just socially don't know how to like they say the things that they should not say, like oh, I think that's ugly, or like why did they put this like there was one where he went to the restaurant and he called out like this like kitchen fee, and it was like a small little fee, and he made like a big deal about it. He didn't mean to, but like he did make a big deal about it, and he was really nice about it. But
and they can't stop themselves.
yeah,
Because-
it's obviously
because in
not
his-
something you do on a first date.
Because in his mind, it is a big deal.
It is, yeah. He was like, I just don't know what that is. He's like, I won't mention it. And then the guy came, he's like, what is the kitchen fee? And this and that. And you could tell the girl was uncomfortable because she's
Yeah.
also autistic. So she's like, this is already uncomfortable for her probably to begin with. And then this
Yeah.
guy's making it even more uncomfortable by pushing on him, like the restaurant, like, why'd you charge me this? And he's being nice, but like, yeah, it's socially, they don't know how to connect with people. They don't know how to keep a conversation going.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to like, they don't understand that like, okay, they have interests. I should learn about their interests. This should be like a back and forth conversation. They're just like in their own world, just like saying whatever they think.
That the rules of that game is we have a conversation back and forth. And
Yeah.
like I don't want to do that shit.
And it's interesting because they bring like this.
Your shoe untied.
Why is the shoe untied?
I can't talk to you anymore until you tie your shoe. and they bring in this like dating coach, and who's also autistic.
God.
She's also autistic, and she like explains to them how she used to be that way, and like she's learned a lot. And she'll tell them, and like, and what do we say? We say thank you, and like, and we ask them, and you don't interrupt them. You let them say what they want to say, and you ask them more about it, and blah blah blah. Bro, it's so cute, Gio.
It would hurt my soul.
Truly, it's beautiful. It's wholesome. I thought for sure it was going to be bad. There are some times where you're like, oh my God, they should be putting this on TV. because this guy's accidentally making a fool of himself and saying the worst stuff, but they're never mean. They're real nice. It's genuinely wholesome stuff. And when you see the parents, you're like, these guys are in good hands, man. Like,
What?
they got nice families.
Sounds much more positive than reality TV that I've seen recently. Like I told you, I try not to watch it, but my girlfriend fucking loves shit like that. So
Yeah.
she's been watching Temptation Island recently.
Montoya.
She's watching the American one, right, on Netflix, and she was describing what it is to me. So it's kind of like what Omar said earlier. It's like where
Love that shit.
people who have problems in their relationships
And that are crackheads and they're insane.
they basically
they're all
get
insane?
they get flown out to an island, right? And then there's like a set of men that get given pretty much to the girlfriends, and a set of women that get given to the men. So the men that are in trouble relationships with the girlfriends,
And you can guess
they go
which house
live
is more fun.
they go live on an island. They go live on a separate island with a bunch of attractive women, and the women go live on their girlfriends go live on a separate island with a bunch of attractive men. And they basically have to like be tempted to do stuff but not do it. Like 90% of the dudes end up fucking all the chicks. Like this one black dude has a threesome.
He has a threesome addiction.
He has a threesome. He says he has a threesome addiction. He has a threesome. I think he does fuck another chick, and he gets his girlfriend to forgive him.
bro.
What? Wait. Okay, hold on. So
Within the span of a week.
are all
Yes.
the people attractive? Like the people that showed up
I would
there?
say way more than
The
like Love
couples-
Is Blind. Like
the
everybody
couples are, like-
is generally pretty
The
attractive.
couples are decent.
Yeah.
Like the couple, but the people that they give
The
them,
tempters,
are
like,
hot as hell.
yeah, they're a
girls,
bunch of.
bro, I couldn't go. I would suggest normal couples do not go on Temptation
I
Island,
would
bro.
suggest
I would suggest that.
you don't split the couples up when they're already doing that great, and then give them a really hot chick. I don't think.
The
You should.
girls are like, we will fuck you.
Yeah.
If you want us to.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the guy,
put
it's
in enough
easier for the guys to get it, and what the girls on the other side, they're having more of like an emotional
A
dilemma.
lot of them
about
are,
it.
yeah. A lot of them honestly are not really even doing like they might just be talking to dudes, but they're not really doing shit like that. All the dudes off rip are like
Like that every season.
It's out of the season I saw, it was like that, and it was funny because like there's this one dude. He's like, I've been having problems with my girlfriend. And he's like, I'm so tempted not to do anything, and then he fucks his chick in the shower, right? And
Yes.
then
I'm so tempted to
and
be on
listen,
Temptation Island.
and they have it all on video, and they show the video to his girlfriend while she's on the other island,
Oh.
and she's just watching it, and she's like, I'm not fucking surprised. And then eventually at the end of the show, they put them like next to each other, and they're like, do you guys want to leave the island together? Like, do you still want to be together? And she starts cooking his ass. She's
Damn.
like, God no, because at that point she had already like. Because she saw what he did, she just started hooking up with random dudes at the fucking thing.
Yep.
Like, on
Low-key
her
probably
side.
pretty freeing. Now you'd be like, I can hook up with all these hot guys.
She started getting comfortable, and then he was like, I can't,
Finally.
bro, like,
Oh, that's what I've been wanting all day.
he started getting all emotional. He's like, I can't believe you did that to me. She's like, what are you talking about?
Why would you say so many mean
he-
things about me?
That's how they always act.
Yeah, she was talking shit about him, like saying that he was acting like a bitch and shit like that, and like. And then he was like, how could you say that about me? Or like, I'm just like, what do you think, dude?
Treated
Like
you so well.
you fucked a chick in the shower and she
Bro.
saw it.
I love that show.
Are they the couples that are going to this? Are they like together for like a year and they're doing Rocky? Or are they
It's
like,
like a year.
5-year relationships?
Most of them, it's like a year, and the max one that was there was like 3 years, that they had been together for 3 years. But
Okay,
most
so-
people was between like a year to year and a half relationship.
And they go on there to like decide basically if you want to marry this person.
Yeah, it's like pushing your relationship to the very fringes, because it's like if it can't survive you being tempted by another person, then you guys shouldn't be together. I think it's like the core premise of the show.
Do they get money for leaving with the same person?
I don't think they get any
don't
money.
So there's no way-
But it's a much sweeter deal. And
vagina.
I'll show you how to win. I'm gonna fuck all these chicks.
it's a much sweeter deal than Love Is Blind, because you get to go on this island and legitimately stay there the whole time. Whereas Love Is Blind, you have to like talk to people and you don't get to see what they look like, and then you get to go on like one shitty little vacation to Cancun and you have to fucking marry them. Whereas this is like, you don't got to marry anybody. You can just fucking go and chill. And you don't even have to fuck anybody.
So you don't
can
get kicked off, none of that stuff.
No, and you're on an island the whole time.
Yeah, some
You
of
don't get kicked
the
off.
girls that they bring, like the tempters, whatever, they can get kicked off, but that's it.
And,
Yeah.
If
and
you're
like,
a couple, you stay the whole time.
so like, let's say you bang the girl, right? Or the girl bangs the guy, and immediate she's like, yeah, I don't even care about that other dude anymore. Like,
you stay.
doesn't matter
You
what
can,
he
you
says,
can stay till the duration of the show.
and they're just not even like worried about each other.
Bro, they
Yeah.
will legit, they will, like you said, the homegirl watched her boyfriend cheat, right? They will legit start dating another dude while being there.
Yeah.
Some people legit went home with other this
people.
guy came with his girlfriend and he left with a different chick and
Yes.
like legit started dating her.
Listen, if you've been together for a year, I'm not, this is not my life, but in a different world, and I was dating someone for a year, not my girlfriend and shit.
Yeah.
Bro, they're giving you a bunch of hot chicks, and
Bro.
they want to bang you.
And what's even
And you've been together for a year? All right, I'll find a new girlfriend, bro. I'm banging all
part
these
in the
chicks.
beginning where they'll like you and the couples will like sit together, right?
Yeah.
And they will show all the people that they're going to be living with.
They're
And
hyped as
one
hell.
of the guys was like, "Oh, that girl's hot." He ends up leaving with her at the end.
Damn, my boy did it.
That shit was funny as fuck.
The
He saw his
the-
target and he locked in.
The tempters, both on the men's side and the female side, are both slutty. Like the sluttiest chicks, the sluttiest
OnlyFans
dudes.
girls,
One of the
like-
chicks even says that her favorite pastime is sucking dick.
Yeah.
Jesus
She
Christ.
opens with that line. She says her favorite pastime is doing that.
That is.
Isn't that crazy?
It's wild, bro.
Listen, as a guy, that's, wouldn't it be cool? No, that's crazy, dude.
It's crazy.
Saying on TV my favorite pastime is sucking dick is foul. You have a family.
My favorite thing
Parents.
is the guy that has the threesome, right?
The black dude.
He comes on to the show and he's like, I love threesomes so much. Like, I love having them. But his girlfriend doesn't, like, allow that in their relationship or whatever.
And he's been pushing for it so
He's been
hard.
pushing for it for years. So, like, the second or third episode, a threesome happens. Because the girls are like, bro, are you talking a big game or, like, what? Like, do you really want to do this? And he's like, yeah. So they go do it. The next morning, he's like, oh, I feel like I shouldn't have done it. Like, I feel so, like, ashamed. Like, I did my threesome and I don't need to do that anymore. I could settle down. Starts talking to a whole other girl.
Yeah.
Damn near fucks her. And the girlfriend the whole time was just like, I just can't believe he would do that.
On a
But,
nightly basis, they're watching.
You
Yeah.
can see what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, on a little video.
On a little camera.
Oh,
and listen, the way the guy
at any
tries
time.
like the way the guy tries to justify a threesome is he says, "Listen, it was just fun because it was two girls, so it's not as bad because I smashed two girls. Like if I just did one,
What's worse, two girls or one girl?
Bro, the mental gymnastics is crazy. He was like, listen, it was just two girls, so it was like fun. It wasn't like an intimate thing. If it was just one chick, I think she could be angry. That's pretty much like what he said.
I don't think she should be upset. There were two of them, not just one.
just
Bro, and he
That is.
convinced her to take him back at the end.
They are still together to this day.
That-
Do you
That's
think it's because they feel
insane.
uncomfortable because they're on TV,
No,
or they
because
actually want to be
his girlfriend's
together?
just like
She knew what he was
she's like
gonna
a church
do, bro.
girl. So she's a church girl and she's a pushover. So
Oh
like
my God.
she's
That's
letting this
fucked.
guy walk all over her. She met him at church, but he doesn't
Yeah.
seem like he's like a real like
No.
devout dude. He
No.
seems like he's a bullshitter who just
God told you to have this threesome with me.
God told you.
Oh, I saw it in a dream.
That's not a
God
dream.
bless me with this fucking
Oh, you're both sucking my dick. You're both sucking my dick.
But bro, the whole time that this is happening, she's not talking to any of the dudes on the other side. She's in bed crying.
I'll take it a step further. She's getting no attention from the guys.
No,
Oh, jeez, because she's
was
not good
the
looking.
best
Her.
looking of the bunch.
she wasn't like ugly or anything
She
though.
wasn't ugly, but of the 4 women, she wasn't high on the list.
There's only 4 of them.
It's only 4
It
couples.
wasn't that many people.
Oh my
Yeah, it's not that many
goodness.
couples.
It's 4 couples, and then you go into a house
like
of-
10
Bro,
tempters.
It's like 12.
There's
fine-ass
12?
women.
Oh my God.
There's
That
12
would-
tempters.
Yes.
That's a fucked up
It's either
show.
10 or 12.
They're arranging a threesome pretty much right there.
Bro.
They
They're
were-
essentially,
they were
yeah.
begging for that guy to do the
Bro,
threesome.
going on that show is a trap.
That guy would have been foolish if he didn't do the threesome.
For the guy to say I like threesomes, but my wife doesn't like them, is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Bro.
Like, yeah, I love threesomes. My girlfriend hates them. It's like, what?
He was like, before we got together, I was having threesomes all the time.
Like, what a crazy
Like,
thing.
why can't I still do that?
I wanted to still do that, and now I have a girlfriend.
his fucking poor little church girlfriend. She's wearing her little cross, crying. She's literally in bed,
Oh,
just
God.
crying the whole time.
Oh, you gotta watch. Fucking Love on the Spectrum, bro. You can't. That stuff is gonna.
it's
Nah,
much more.
man.
Much
That'll
more
make you
wholesome.
happy.
It
That's
sounds
much more wholesome.
wholesome.
It's pure slop, bro.
That is evil. 4
amazing.
people on either side. I thought it was like the regular 15 and 15 or something like that.
Bro, 4 dudes.
They're really focusing in
and
then.
10, 12, how many hot ass girls?
How does that even work?
Oh, it works.
It's just basically like, all right,
Oh, it works, all right.
it works wonders. Would they just say like you got beach day and then they all go to the beach or something?
Yeah,
Or like,
bro, they will throw parties the first night. They will throw parties where like they all just get drunk and they all just start licking chocolate off each other.
come
Yeah,
on, dude.
bro, they're taking
girls are
body
like-
shots off each other and
1
shit.
to 3 ratio, and they're just all drunk and fucking.
And every season they do like a thing where it'll be like a striptease night.
Oh my god!
I'm telling you, the guy's house where all the girls, bro, that house is
It's
popping.
bumping, yeah.
But the one with the girls is the most boring shit in the world.
Because they
Yeah.
probably
They're
feel
just
so
yapping.
guilty.
They're just yapping.
Yeah, they just want. It's all talking. They're
What
all
do you
talk-
think he's doing? You think he's doing this? You think he's
Bro,
doing
the
that?
one with the guys that are doing body shots, they're
Bro,
fucking
it's
like
lit.
everybody's feeling on each other. Like it's fucking crazy.
They
That's
grind up
fucking
on each
hilarious.
other.
Yeah.
Man, go to the girls' house. They fucking talking about their feelings and shit.
They're getting to know these guys.
Horrible.
So you guys want to watch Dear John tonight? The hot guy's like, all right, I guess.
That shit is so funny.
That's
But-
fucking funny.
Yeah, I figure that's a good note to end on. Don't
All
watch
right.
Temptation Island. Watch
No,
watch
Love
Love
on
on
the
the
Spectrum.
Spectrum instead.
Watch
guys.
all of Temptation Island.
Shout
It's
out-
Amazing.
Well, shout out James. Shout out
Sarhad, what'd you say his name was?
Subhad.
Subhad.
Subhad's cool. Danny, get your shit together, bitch.
Risen to the Risen with the tism.
Risen with the tism. All right.
Later,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Risen with the